Action.
All right, now we're going to demonstrate the punt. Now, much like the field goal, again, it's 3 stoppages. There is no snap stop. The punter, our line of scrimmage is going to be the 40. Our punter lines up 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins have 2 men outside, and like the field goal, the 2 outside receivers, in this case Moore and Jensen, are eligible to catch a fake pass. You can see in this case, the Steelers have 2 men on both receivers taking away that option. They're going to try and get 6 through. Like the field goal, the board runs on a regular stop. If any of the players hits the punter, we go through fumble rules as per usual. Like all kicking in the CEFL, we have our ball on a base. It starts 10 yards past the line of scrimmage. The return team has Ike Taylor back here, and he is... Ike's not in the shot.
There's Ike.
There's Ike. So Ike Taylor's 50 yards behind, and that's just a placeholder. And that's just a good place to keep him as a placeholder. The ball's going to run down the field for 3 stops. At the end of the 3rd stop, wherever the ball stops, Ike's going to move to that spot and take the ball. So again, like the field goal, actually unlike the field goal, if you try and fake a punt with a pass, it is 2 sticks further, not 1. The reason for that is punters are generally not quarterbacks, while quarterbacks are generally holding on the kick. So a red stick would turn into an orange would turn into a blue. So we're going to run the board over 3 stops again. So again, the first thing we're only concentrating on, does anybody hit the punter? And so here we go, first stoppage. And we see that, in this case, nobody got to Roby, so he's fine. The offense adjusts first to go down for downfield coverage. Now, in this case, the Dolphins are still considered the offense because the Steelers haven't gotten the ball yet. Now, of course, we can stand our player up, that's fine. The Dolphins, of course, could have chosen to pass to Moore or Jensen. They're obviously not going to do so in this case. There's good coverage by the Steelers on both sides. So Reggie Roby can come off of his felt and he can get down into the play. The offense adjusts first, and now they're all going to, anybody that's not in contact is going to race down the field in punt coverage. When the offense says set, the defense will do the same thing. We're going to back them up here for an extra stop to help coverage. And let's get him back that way. And now Ike, this is a good example actually where Ike moved on his felt. Just put him back to where he was. No harm, no foul. Like the field goal, the Dolphins can angle the ball. In this case, they're going to angle a little better to where they have some coverage coming down this way. So we're going to run our second stop. Another good example, Ike came off, but we also saw Carnell Lake hit the ball. No harm, no foul. We don't worry about it. If we think the ball got adjusted, we just put it to where we think it would be. That's self-officiating. Easy to figure it out. So again, the offense is going to adjust first in coverage. And they're just going to get their guys down to make a play on the ball. Once they say set, defense is going to do the same. Now the defenders are starting to look to make some blocks downfield. Open up a running hole or 2 if they can. And then they would say set. The board is going to run for a 3rd stoppage wherever the ball ends up with. That's where the Steelers will receive the kick. So here's the 3rd stop. Perfect. So now, stand up anybody that falls down. You're perfectly allowed. Reggie didn't make it. The Dolphins are drunk, apparently. Now, this is the 3rd stop. Ike Taylor is going to receive the ball where the ball stopped. So, this kick 46 yards in the air. Good kick, inside the 20. Dolphins coaching staff couldn't be too unhappy with it. Now, there is one rule that isn't mentioned, doesn't come up a lot. If one of the Dolphin players had made it past where the ball ended up, the Steelers would have had the option to take a fair catch at that spot and take over right there without a return. That didn't happen. The Steelers are adjusting first, and now we're going to do 3 fresh stoppages. So the offense goes first. The Steelers have the ball, so they're now the first group to adjust. And again, it's only players that are not in base contact with another player. Simple as that. The Dolphins are going to adjust accordingly. So Ike Taylor's going to try and get the corner here. Ricky Williams is going to try and cut him off. Ricky Williams on special teams. That kind of makes me laugh a little. Alright. So, once everybody says set, it'll be 3 stoppages going back this way. After that 3rd stoppage, if the play is still alive, the board runs until play conclusion. So we'll see what Ike does here. So Ike's knocked down about the 21-yard line in there. Steelers would take over. That's how you run a punt in the CEFL.